Hello and welcome back to another video by yours truly. So today's video is going to be about a comparison between the Casio 8E1200 World Timer aka Casio Royale versus the Casio G-Shock GWM5610 right here. So I recently made a video about the Casio AE1200 calling it the best watch in the whole damn world, and then I remember that I also have the Casio GWM5610, and they both share a lot of similarities and also a lot of differences in terms of functionalities, design, and blah blah blah. So that's why I decided to make a video about these two watches, helping you decide which watch to get. So with the economy going on right now, the whole recession thing, so I think a lot of people are hunting for value for money in terms of their watch buying decisions. So this is why I decided to make this video to help you make a decision on the best watch you can possibly buy for your money. So as you can see right here, I got the both watches. They're very similar in terms of dimensions. I'll put the dimensions up on the screen right here. They wear very well on any size wrists, and they offer all the functionalities that you could possibly need. Obviously, this one has a lot more goodies, so we're going to go through all the goodies that this one has over this one in this video. But in terms of similarities, as you can see right here, both have resin bands, stainless steel case back. They both wear very well on they both wear very well on my wrist. I don't know why I had trouble saying that. So as you can see here, 6.5-inch wrist looks very nice, and as well as this one, 6.5-inch wrist looks very nice as well. So if you have any size wrist, I would say that these two watches will wear very well on your wrist. So in terms of functionality, as you can see right here, you both have the month, day, and date functionality, as well as the time functionalities displayed on the watch itself. As for this one, obviously, if you haven't seen my previous video, you get the extra functionality of having 4 quick time zones that you can cycle through with a beautiful retro world map right here, showing you which time zones you're looking at on the map. And there's also an analog dial right here on the top left corner showing you the home time at all times, no matter what mode you're in. For example, let's say I go into world time mode, it will still show the home time right here. And you have the 5 alarms and an hourly signal that I don't really use, but if you're into that kind of stuff, you can definitely use it. 5 alarms, obviously, that's a lot of alarms. So well, I know a lot of people that set like many alarms on their phones for them to wake up. So if you're one of those people, you can set 5 alarms like 5 minutes apart from each other. It's just to make sure that you can wake up in the morning. So we have the timer feature right here. I mostly use the timer feature for cooking or for taking naps or taking breaks. So that's why I have it set to 15 seconds, not 15 seconds, 15 minutes right here. Stopwatch to measure time like all digital watches do. And then we're back to the home screen. So both watches, like I said, have very similar functionalities right here. So here we also have 5 quick world time features right here. So we have Beijing, Vancouver, Paris, and Tokyo right here. And the 5th one I think is just UTC because I don't really need to track another time zone. So we have the 5 alarms also. We also have the stopwatch and the timer. So in terms of the core functionalities, they're very similar. They all have the same modes in both watches. The only thing that this watch has over is the quick, set world time zones with the world map. That is very, very, very cool and very retro, and the analog clock right here on the top left corner of the watch. This watch also has the same kind of like analog clock in terms of keeping the time even if you're in a different mode. So let's say if I go into another mode, right, any other mode, it will show the local time on the top right. So right now I'm in world time mode. It will show the local time or the home time on the top right corner. Let's say even if I go into the alarm mode or the stopwatch mode, it will still show the local time on the top right corner of the watch, just like how this shows the home time on the top left corner of the watch. So in terms of that functionality of having always the home time no matter what you do on a watch, they are both very similar in that regard. The button layout is the same. You have the light right here on the top right for both watches, and you have the adjust button to change the time and different settings in the watch on the top left corner, and the bottom left corner is the mode indicator right here. So what they differ is that this button right here is used to change quick time zones on the AE1200, whereas for this one, it is for the atomic timekeeping functionality of this watch. Okay, so we went through the similarities between these two watches. So what about the differences, right? So in terms of differences, this watch right here has 200-meter water resist, whereas this one has 100-meter water resist. It has a mineral glass crystal that is recessed right here, as you can see, protected by the bezel. So it has a lot more scratch resistance and shock resistance. This is a G-Shock after all. There's a lot of videos of people like running over their G-Shocks with their cars, hitting them with golf clubs and still working, or dropping them from a very high altitude down to, like, let's say, to like from the third floor down to the ground floor, and them still working. Whereas for this one, it's a full plastic case with an acrylic crystal, so it will scratch very easily, and it doesn't have, you know, the recessed protection right here, so the crystal will scratch very easily in comparison to this one. Other functionalities that are different, this one has a tough solar, so it will charge if you just expose it to light, whereas this one has a 10-year battery. What I really like about a solar watch is that I could just click this button here to activate the light just for fun. Whereas for this one, I'm always reluctant to click that button because I don't want to drain the battery. Whereas for this one, I don't really care because I know it will just recharge, right? So no problem right there. It also has multiband 6. So if you live in an area that's close to one of the radio towers in the world, there's 6 radio towers. There's 1 in America, 2 in Europe, and 2 in Asia, I believe. Or 3 in Asia. I'm not exactly sure. So I'll put a picture right here of the Casio website of where the towers are located. So if you're living in one of those locations that is close to a tower, it will sync to the atomic time. As you can see, RCVD means received right here. It means that this watch received the signal last night. In fact, you can check if the watch has received the signal by this RCVD indicator, or if you can press this button right here, it will tell you what time it has received the signal. So it received it last night at midnight. It received the signal. Another functionality is for people that are not living in America or in Europe or whatever. You can change the language for the day functionality right here. Now I have it switched to French, DI for dimanche. So I have it changed to French right here. You can also invert the day and date, the month and date to this format for the day and the month to be inverted, whereas for this one you really don't have a choice but to use the US format right here. So I live in Canada, as you can see right here. We have the Queen on our money, right? So we also speak French, so this is why I set it to French, and our Canadian date format right here. And as you can see right here, I set this watch to the exact atomic time just a week ago, and it already deviated from the actual time right here. So this synced to the radio tower yesterday, and you can see this watch is running already a second late. So if you're one of those people that really is OCD about having the exact time, I would recommend you getting this watch as well. So there is a little bit of a gap in terms of price. This is $30, this is $100, but I'm just saying, like, if you really want a watch that does everything, that will resist anything, get this one. If you want something that is cool and retro, has all the functionalities that you could possibly need, get this one. Or if you have, let's say $150, you can get them both, and they could be your last 2 watches you could possibly want in your whole life, right? So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I highly recommend you go check out the video about the Casio World Timer that I just recently did, where I compared this one with the metal one that I forgot on my girlfriend's, like I said before. And I also made a video about this many G-Shock squares that I made, a comparison between this one and 4 other G-Shock squares that I used to own. So I highly recommend you go check that out as well. I'll put them up right here on the top right corner. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe. I will be coming up with more content in the future. Notably, I will be making a video with this watch right here, the Hamilton Khaki. Very nice watch, but with one critical flaw. So I'll be making a video about this soon. And also, I'm gonna be going on a trip to Vancouver. So if you watch till the end of the video, I'm hesitant to bring this watch versus this watch. I'm not sure which one I'll be bringing to go on my trip. So please, if you have an idea, if you have an opinion, comment down in the description below which watch I should bring on my trip to Vancouver. So thanks a lot for watching, and until next time.